page 46 of Volume 2 of Minecraft Earth. Welcome back. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. If you're supporting on Patreon, www.patreon.com/AlanBoulder. Been working on some stuff outside of this. Story for the next project. I've been working on some paintings and some other things. Been working on creating some new characters for this story to go along with a patron who's just joined us, and so at a high level, and so I thank her. And integrate some things, and that seems cool. So this, I start with my carpenter's pencil again. I love my carpenter's pencil. I've said it 1,000 times. You can watch almost half these videos and get something about my carpenter's pencil, and it lends itself so well to doing these drawings, because as you can tell, I do not draw like Jim Lee. It's more of a Jeff Smith or Cerebus with Dave Sims kind of drawing, as far as at least this story. I find myself, I get too bogged down when I go straight to mechanical pencil and I try to work it all out this way. This allows me to fill the space and get the roughs out so that I can go back in and work out a more simplified drawing. I'm not sure if it's simple. Less detailed. No. I'm not sure how to put that, because they're not really simple drawings. They're not any less detailed. They just, stylistically, they're more cartoony, I think. So that allows me to fill the space and then go back and make sure the lines are clean with the mechanical pencil. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. It just seems to be what works for me, and that's over time of doing things over and over again. You can't get worse at something you do all the time, is what I've been told. So doing it over and over again, I've discovered that this is the method that works for me. It kind of disappoints the teenage me, because I wanted to work like Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, and Todd McFarlane, but I'm not them. So, and I'm trying to tell stories, and quite frankly, if I tried to draw like them, I'd still be in the first book, because they put a lot of work into it, and they have people helping them, and I do not. Quite frankly, I like doing it all myself, because that way it's truly mine, and I don't have to compromise the stories that I'm trying to tell. I've always liked comic strips, because they're situational comedies. I have always liked situational comedies on the TV, but I like the setup, and then I like the follow-through and the punchline, and that's my kind of humor. People would come to me and be like, hey, you're funny, let's tell me a joke. Yeah, that's not how I work. I can't just come up with the funny all at once. It's got to be a running gag. I've found with, especially groups of friends that I've had over the years, it was always the situational comedies, the running gags that were always the funniest parts. These first 3 panels make me wish that I had a light table that I could functionally use in my setup. I think I would need one more table in my office in order to use a light table like that. it would make things simpler, which is why when you see scenes in this book that are supposedly of the same section in multiple panels, there'll be slight variations and differences. And I know that 90% of you won't notice that, but I do because I'm staring at it for 8 hours plus. And then it's just comes from, I'm freehanding everything, and I'm not copying anything from one panel to the next. I'm not using any light tables. It's all freehand. And so that's why you'll see small variations from one panel to the next, and they won't be quite exactly photographically the same. But in this page, you've got the leader robot suddenly deciding that he's going to stand up to the angel and say no, that he's not going to move, and they're comfortable, and they're going to stay there, and they're going to study this family, and there's nothing you can do or say to make them do what you want to do, which is leave. And so a larger angel shows up with a large flaming sword, which may or may not be the same large flaming sword that was guarding Eden in book 1, and slices a rock in half. Sometimes it takes a show of force to get people to stop being stubborn and do what they're supposed to do. Sometimes it does. It has to be a careful application, not force, though. And so the leader robot decides that they're going to go, and he asks if they would like to, if they could say goodbye. I write more about goodbyes in the written commentary for the images of the page. So if you become a patron at www.patreon.com/Alan Dunlap, you will get access to that and hear more about saying goodbye and exploding your feelings all over everybody. At the bottom of the page there, you just saw all of the credits for the music. They did the music. I did not do the music. It's all theirs. And we're at the 7.5 minute mark. And so this week, I think I'm done. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about. Soon, I will have a different tool for inking the comic book page. I found these brush pens, and they are amazing, and they're great. I love them. They make line weight so much easier, and it adds dynamic to the images that I couldn't get before with less lines. So, I look forward to the page where that comes in, and I think you should too. It's great. I recommend them. The only problem that I have with them is they take a while to dry, so I have to be very, very careful not to smear them, because that leads to a whole nother issue. Okay, I want to thank everybody for watching. Amanda, thank you for being a patron, executive producer. And Joe for following me all this time and for supporting. Really appreciate both of you. I guess I'll stop talking, and you can enjoy the video and the written commentary and all the other stuff that I've uploaded onto the Patreon. Alright, thank you very much, and I will talk at you next week. Have fun.